Abu Dhabi has quietly built a rainforest indoors, and there are thousands of butterflies inside it. And yes, they can actually land on you. This is the Butterfly Gardens Abu Dhabi, a new indoor tropical experience at Qana, and it's very different from the Abu Dhabi you see outside. Walk through the doors and you're suddenly surrounded by tropical plants, water, dense greenery, and butterflies flying freely around you. Not behind glass, not inside little display cases. Actually flying around the same space you're walking through. The experience is built around large, climate-controlled biodomes, designed to recreate the warm, humid environment these species would naturally live in. And that means you're essentially walking through an indoor rainforest in Abu Dhabi. The stars obviously are the butterflies. There are thousands of them, representing numerous species, with different colors, patterns and sizes throughout the gardens. Some stay high amongst the tropical plants. Others gather around feeding areas, and plenty of them fly directly across the pathways while you're walking through. If you're lucky, or apparently just attractive to butterflies, one might decide you're part of the furniture and land on your hand, shoulder, or clothing, which is probably going to account for approximately 90% of the camera rolls coming out of this place. But don't rush through it looking for the perfect photograph. One of the most interesting parts of visiting a butterfly garden is actually stopping. Stand still around the feeding stations and plants, and you start noticing considerably more happening around you. You can see butterflies feeding up close. Watch how different species behave and get a much better look at details that are almost impossible to see when they're flying past your head. Then there's the walk-through canopy. The whole attraction is designed so that you're inside the habitat rather than simply observing it from outside. The pathways take you through the tropical environment while butterflies move freely between the plants, feeding areas and visitors. And because this is all indoors, it creates a particularly strange contrast in Abu Dhabi. Outside, you're in the UAE. Inside, you're walking through a humid tropical ecosystem surrounded by butterflies. So let's answer the things people are actually searching before they visit. How much are tickets to Butterfly Gardens Abu Dhabi? That's one of the biggest questions surrounding the attraction. Along with current offers, Fazaa discounts, and whether any categories qualify for free entry. Those prices and promotions can change, so check the current admission options before you travel, rather than relying on an old social media post. The same applies to opening timings. The Butterfly Gardens are at Qana in Abu Dhabi, so make sure you're checking the Abu Dhabi attraction when searching online, particularly when looking for tickets, timings, and directions. Another big question is, what's the best time to visit Butterfly Gardens Abu Dhabi? Because it's indoors and climate controlled, you're not dealing with the UAE heat in the same way you would at an outdoor attraction. But if photography is important to you, a quieter period makes a big difference. Fewer visitors means cleaner shots, more time around the feeding areas, and considerably less chance of someone's head appearing behind the butterfly you've spent 5 minutes trying to photograph. It's also an easy attraction to combine with the rest of Qana, rather than treating it as an isolated trip. And that's part of a much bigger change happening across Abu Dhabi. The capital has been adding a completely new generation of attractions, from enormous museums and immersive digital experiences to places like this. Instead of simply building bigger versions of attractions we've already seen, increasingly they're creating experiences that give you a reason to physically go and see them. And thousands of butterflies flying around an indoor rainforest certainly qualifies. For families, photographers, nature lovers, or anyone looking for something genuinely different to do in Abu Dhabi, this is one of the city's more unusual new arrivals. But there's one fairly obvious rule. Look, photograph. Enjoy them. And if one lands on you, congratulations, just don't grab it. This is the Butterfly Gardens Abu Dhabi at Qana, an indoor rainforest in the middle of Abu Dhabi, and potentially the only place in the UAE where having an insect land on your face might actually improve the photograph. If you've made it this far, we'd like to take a second to salute you. We have many more videos like this one coming up in a new series, so we would respectfully ask you to like this video and subscribe for all the fresh content coming out from us here at What's Hot in UAE. See you on the next one.